Taye Diggs is here on the Rich Eisen Show. Our radio audience just returned. He is a executive producer and one of the stars of Terry McMillan Presents Forever. And also, you can check that out right now on demand. But we also have... we have bourbon. Bourbon's in the house, everybody.
Let's go.
Right. Sable Bourbon.
Thank you, sir.
And it's quite the group of entrepreneurs you have put together here.
The whole crew from the best man, me, Malcolm D. Lee, the director, Harold Perrineau, and Morris Chestnut.
Morris Chestnut.
Yes.
He was on this show a couple months ago.
Oh, was he?
Oh, yeah. He went all in on LeBron and Jalen Hurts haters.
Of course he...
It seemed like Morris doesn't have much of an avenue in which to vent about such things. And we provided him the forum.
A bunch of actors.
Yes, he
Yeah.
He went all in on that.
Yes, he's very, very well-versed.
Yes,
in
vocal.
all things.
It's another way of saying vocal.
Yes.
So, Sable Bourbon.
Yes, we're owners, and the idea came from Harold. We had been...
It did.
Harold. We'd been working so long together, and we had such a rich friendship.
Right.
And in the films, whenever the brotherhood would get together, we're always sipping on brown liquor. So I thought it would be a great idea for us to keep in contact.
Yes.
And to gang together and put something out there that we think the people would like. Bottled in Brotherhood.
Bottled in Brotherhood. Sable Bourbon. So what's your drink of choice then?
I like it neat.
Okay.
I like it neat. I like it...
sort of like your attire today?
Oh, well, thank you, sir.
You're very welcome, sir.
Yes, I like
Not many people come with the hat-shorts combination and able to pull it off like you do,
I woke up this
Diggs.
morning feeling daring. I was like, let me show a little ankle.
Yes.
But, so we're excited to...
So you like it neat?
Yeah, I like it neat in the evening time.
In the evening.
To wind down.
I like it. It's better than the morning. I'll tell you that, sir.
Well, sometimes I need it then, too.
Who knows? Fantastic. And you're appearing on Broadway starting on July 22nd with Wayne Brady in Moulin Rouge. Okay, now.
Yes, I keep forgetting that. I'm so nervous.
Why?
Because this is Broadway. There are a lot of people like doing television.
It's not your first on Broadway.
It is not. But the great and petrifying thing is that it never goes away. That nervousness, it's good.
Right.
Because it means, you got some investment. But, there's nothing like performing in front of a live audience. You can get, you stop getting used to it when you're doing film and TV. But this will be a nice reminder.
Now, you didn't do Rent on Broadway, right?
I did Rent.
You did Rent on Broadway.
The original OG.
Okay, so now I'm glad, because I thought you did, but I'm like, wait a minute, I don't know why I phrased it like you didn't.
Yes.
Guys, Rent was the first play/musical I took my future wife to.
Really?
Years ago.
I love that.
It didn't work, though, for me at the time. It eventually worked out.
She kept it with arm's length.
Yeah, go figure that, it didn't work out, but
we had nothing to do with that, though.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, and my son in high school at his local high school here, they just did a performance of Rent. Yes, sir.
How was it?
Awesome. They went there. They did not hold back, man. They did not hold back, and it was beautiful, and it was beautifully done. My son was in it. He played social worker Steve.
Okay.
There you go.
Did he sing? He sings it.
He
must have a beautiful voice.
He is my son.
Sure. There you go. I don't know why it was even a question.
But Xander Eisen was in an awesome production of Rent.
That's wonderful. I want to direct it one day.
Okay.
I want to direct it. And young people, too, because they're still hungry and they're not jaded.
Well, I can make that happen for you, Taye. I'm sure you've got a lot of
Well, they just did it.
Well, I know.
Oh, man. Good for him.
Yeah. But so you're going to be back on Broadway, and so that's not your...
Yep.
But you still get the butterflies, though, huh?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Okay.
100. There's always that moment right before I go on stage. I just had a read-through at this film festival at Banff. Mm-hmm. And we had a read-through, and right before I go on stage, there's a moment when I go, why did I do this? Why are you putting yourself through this? You could just be sitting at home, eating some Ben and Jerry or whatever. Mm-hmm. Right before I go on stage, that never goes away. But then as soon as I step on stage, then something else takes over.
Okay.
Yeah.
You actually eat ice cream? That actually happens?
I go in.
You do?
Yes.
Okay.
Like I have difficulty getting a pint and not eating it all.
The entirety?
Yeah.
Taye Diggs, everybody.
Yeah.
What is your choice there?
Rainforest Crunch. Yeah. When I first got to New York and I was doing Rent,
yes.
I lived on chicken fried rice.
Yes.
Because I had no money, and Ben & Jerry's Rainforest Crunch.
It does sound like what a character
Yes.
in Rent would actually live on.
Those two. I was rollerblading. Remember rollerblading? I would rollerblade home from the theater. Yeah.
Wow. And just real quick, though, what was it like to learn about the creator of Rent passing away just before?
It was crazy. We were right there. We worked with him. He was still writing songs.
Right.
You know, so I didn't get as close to him as other people did, but
Yes.
you know, we were all working with him every day up at the rehearsals and whatnot. So it was surreal, to say the least.
Yeah, he had a heart attack, right? His aorta gave way or something like that.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's
Taye Diggs here on the Rich Eisen Show. We'd like to play Celebrity True or False with you, if you don't mind.
Would like to play.
So I appreciate you saying that,
Yes.
playing along. And it's stuff that we've heard about your career, wondering if it's true or not.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Celebrity True or False with Taye Diggs. Everybody roll it. Roll it.
Celebrity True or False.
You can't handle the truth.
All right, everybody, here we go. Taye Diggs. Did you like that?
Production.
There you go. I keep saying production value, and we finally have a man who can appreciate production value.
Just those little
Thank you, sir.
tidbits.
There
I
you
think
go.
are awesome.
All right, here we go. The star of Terry McMillan Presents Forever, available now on VOD through mid-July, and then repeats again July and August. One of the many things to talk about with you, sir. All right, first up, we just talked about Rent, as a matter of fact. Before you were cast in that stellar Broadway production of Rent, you were a cast member in Sebastian's Caribbean Carnival at Tokyo Disneyland. Is that true or false?
That is true.
It's true.
Y'all did okay. Yeah.
We're going deep.
Yes, you are.
Was that one of your first gigs, I
That
imagine?
was yes, and I had this. I had the whole get up with the sailor hat and the bananas on the sleeves and singing Deo, the whole thing.
You did?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 shows a day.
5 a day?
5 a day. Yeah, on the long ones.
In Tokyo?
Yep. And I was the only black person in the park. Tokyo Disneyland. And they had, the character was black because it was Caribbean. And I was, people would walk up to me, the Japanese, and ask me if I was Michael Jordan. They had not seen it. True. Yeah. Michael Jordan? Michael Jordan? No.
Oh, you didn't say yes just even one time?
It was so.
You couldn't do
I'm
that?
so far removed. Yeah,
You're going to cast out as a cast member?
I would say no.
Okay, can't do that. All right, so that's true. Next up, true or false, you won the role of Winston Shakespeare in How Stella Got Her Groove Back, even though the casting directors were searching for a tall man with dreads.
That's what the breakdown said.
What do you mean?
Like, you get a list of like what characters are being auditioned for, and it will give you like the what the character looks like and what the character's vibe should be. And yeah, originally it's a tall with dreads, and I just went in just to show them kind of what I got in hopes that maybe they would cast me in something else. And unfortunately, they liked what they saw. Yeah.
And off you go.
And off I went. I forgot my lines.
What do you mean?
So they have you go out, you audition a couple of times in front of the casting director, and then if you're lucky, if they like you, God bless you, they'll have you do the scene with the actual actress, which was Angela Bassett.
Did you do a scene with her?
I did. I got all the way down to the end there were two other gentlemen, and it's called a screen test.
Yes, sir.
And for that screen test, they put up a kind of pretend set behind you, and Angela Bassett was right there, and I sat next to her. And when they said action, I forgot all of my lines in that moment, and I was like, oh, no. And Angela was just holding my hand because she was supposed to be holding my hand in the scene, and she just kind of was massaging me as if to say, just breathe, You got it.
Well, that would make me forget my lines more, actually.
Thank God.
To be honest with you, I mean, if I may be so bold, but that helped.
But
That actually
luckily,
helped.
it was, it was just a calming, kind of relaxing. I have this table at home. I have this exact table at home.
Good. Yes.
And a little ADD.
Okay.
A little bit. But I remembered it. She relaxed me into remembering the rest of my lines, and luckily I got the role.
So she
Almost
helped.
missed 100%.
She helped Taye get his groove back.
Oh,
Right?
See,
You
that's
what
why
I'm
you
doing?
do what you do.
And I'm not even on Sable yet.
See?
Wait till later, and I have it neat. That'll be later on. Number 3, here we go. Celebrity True or False with Taye Diggs. During an intense scene with Nia Long in The Best Man, you did not expect her to actually slap you, but she did.
That is, yes. And I have to apologize. I've been telling that story wrong. Like,
Okay.
I've been telling people
Let's set it straight.
that it wasn't in the script that she slaps me, because I have this crazy night. I'm supposed to go over her house to get some loving.
Yes.
And I get beat up, and she sees me all beat up, and there's no loving that goes down. So it was in the script that she slapped me, but we were supposed to work out the slap with
like a stunt coordinator?
A stunt coordinator, exactly. A stunt
A
coordinator.
slap coordinator?
Yes,
Okay,
exactly.
sure.
Because I came from theater. You're supposed to rehearse and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And we were, I guess, short on time or something, and we were doing the scene and we never worked it out. So I wasn't expecting her to actually follow through with it, but she committed and she followed through and connected, and it was something else. But it worked for the scene. And the reaction that you see in the movie is my actual reaction. And I paused a bit, thinking that he's going to call cut. He didn't. So we finished the rest of the scene.
Really?
Yes.
And so you're finishing the rest of the scene thinking
Oh, I can't. She's going to get it. Everybody's going to be like, how disrespectful and how unprofessional, and nobody said anything.
but your cheek is actually stinging throughout the rest of the scene?
Yes,
Was it
and my ego. Yes, and my ego.
Was it full hand? Did she really get
Oh yeah,
Okay.
she's a wonderful actress, but she's a great slapper too.
Yeah, I like that one. Last one in 2003. Oh, this is for you too, TJ, because TJ was a producer on Punk'd.
That too.
You got punked getting a checkup at a Punk'd operated doctor's office.
Yes,
Do you remember
was-
this too, TJ?
I do.
Okay, he was a producer on that.
that's crazy.
So that is true then.
It's very true.
What happened?
I was shooting something in Africa, and my manager at the time knew my manager and a really good friend of mine helped coordinate it. They knew that I was terribly afraid of getting needles.
Okay.
So they made up this whole, day where I had to go and get all of these shots because I was going to Africa and they didn't want me to catch some African virus.
Mm-hmm.
And, the day before you're not supposed to eat anything. And I went in and they put me through all of these rigorous tests and I was just getting annoyed. It was a really great, I think it's one of the better ones. Yeah. And then after they jumped out, I felt like I had lost 15 hours of my life, you know what I mean? Because I was in fear from the night before and was thinking of all these. And at one point he says, what did he say? He had to give it to me in my spine or something?
It was
and he said the needle,
Oh, and the needle was like that.
something
big.
like that. And I was like, there's no other way you can do this? And he said, I remember, he said, what do you want me to do, splash it on you? He was really good, that doctor.
And so
There was a girl, Jill Wagner, who, if you watch Lioness, she plays Bobby on Lioness.
Okay.
Jill, one of her very first acting gig here is we booked her on Punk. So she was the nurse in the.
That's who that was.
Yeah, Jill Wagner and Steve Ranazizi was the doctor.
That's who that was.
from the league.
From the league.
I
Steve
was
Ranazizi.
Look at him right
I was
there,
looking at
man.
her thinking that
Okay.
yes, he was great.
So you're like watching Lioness, like she looks familiar.
And I knew it was, yes, for real. Like, I did it kind of familiar. And that is so freaky.
And you're sitting
That's
in
how
Video
that-
Village laughing your ass off. Is that what
yeah.
you're saying?
It was amazing.
And
I think
Yeah, it was a good one.
He was stressed because
I
they
really
put him
was.
through the ringer. Like he literally had to get on, like
do a
had all
rowing
these like
machine,
things
like-
stuck to him. checking all these, it was something else.
Wait, and then you go hang out together afterwards? Is that
No,
what
I mean,
that photograph we have of you hanging out with Taye? Is that?
Oh no, that's from the club days.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Look at that.
I think that's 2005, and I know where we're at. There's a club called Stereo in New York. That's 20 years ago, and that's
crazy to
probably
say
at
that.
2:45, 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I would think.
and that's Daniel Sinjata. He's an actor up top.
Right,
Taye and I, our boy Gerald Bunsen. He's there, and that's us.
Good thing neither of you aged at all.
Well,
Well, you don't
tell
say
my
about
knees
black,
that-
right?
Yeah.
Please. Don't crack. Here, man. All right. Starting July 22nd, watch this man on Broadway, back on Broadway, in Moulin Rouge with Wayne Brady, who couldn't be more talented.
Couldn't be more talented.
And Sable Bourbon, available wherever you can get your bourbons, pretty
Yes,
much. And,
yes,
okay,
yes,
very
yes.
good. And then the latest Terry McMillan Presents Forever is with you, that you can check out right now on demand through mid-July, and again July and August. And then you've got another Terry McMillan project, His, Hers, and Ours, airing on Lifetime later this year.
Yes, that's more of a romantic comedy with Leslie Ann.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, doing.
You got it
doing
all
good.
working.
Thank you, man. I appreciate the time.
Thanks for coming on here.
Yes.
Greatly appreciate it. And, come back anytime you wish.
Absolute. I like this spot.
I appreciate you saying that. Terrific. And I would say take the
But I
table,
already
but you already have it. Which is good for us because we like this table.
Yes, as do I. I don't have anything on it either.
Okay.
It doesn't really need much.
Because it
does
doesn't. It's an excellent. We use it for set dressing, and you use
Oh,
it for,
yes, right,
your own
right.
your own personal use, which is outstanding. Taye Diggs, everybody, at Taye Diggs Insta on Instagram. Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.